Yeah, Coco. Hi, welcome to my eclectic channel. My name is Agnes and I make videos for fun. We've been working on one of those little numbers. Before I cut my fashion fabric, there are two more modifications I want to make to the pattern. One is the neckline. I'm not a fan of this I don't know what to call it, but you know, those other kind of collars you have on blazers or coats. And I want my vest to be just simple, like just a V-neck. So I got to cut off all of that stuff. The collar, essentially, I have to take that off. After all the trouble I went through to assemble the whole thing. But at any rate, so I went ahead and I pinned what I liked as a V-neck on my mock-up. What I'm going to do at this point is I am going to disassemble it again. It's easy to do because it's just base stitching. So I'm going to take this apart again so that I can free this piece. So here's my piece and where I pinned it. It's the wrong side, so I had to turn my pattern paper upside down. It's got physics problems on the back. At any rate, to be safe, I'm going to add a full seam allowance here. So first what I need to do is to continue here the cutoff. Like this part is part of that collar that I'm eliminating. So I'm going to go ahead and cut that off. More of it is going to come off. So now I can put this like that and I'll put a centimeter. So I'll add a centimeter here and add a centimeter here. And I'm going to trace here and I'll have a 1 centimeter seam allowance that way. And there's my clean V-neck. Another thing I want to do is to change the armhole. This is a full armhole, but I want to make it a halter armhole. So here I have a halter top. I'm going to use this as a guide to draw my halter sleeve holes. I have to finagle here a little bit. I'm not, as a first go, I'm going to try this. It's helpful that I have some tracing from the different size armholes, so I'm going to use them because it's going to make a nice smooth curve. Alright, so this is looking good as a halter armhole. So let me give it a go. So we do the whole dance again. I'm going to cut this on my muslin, assemble it, and see what it looks like. So of course my mock-up is lacking some fabric here. That's already cut, can't be undone. It could, but it's too much trouble. I'll have to use my imagination. I'm just gonna do the part that I can and go from there. You know what I nearly forgot to do? The back piece. I also need to modify the armhole on the back piece. So same deal, I gotta add paper here. So for the back, I was going to just mirror what I had in the front, and full disclosure, I did. I cut that. But then I got the idea that I should check the shoulder. The shoulders seem really wide for a halter top. I did not remove a lot here. That worried me. Bien m'en a pris because this needs to match this. The shoulder seams need to match in the front and the back. These two pieces are going to overlap by a seam allowance of 1/2 inch, 1.2 centimeters. So like that. And that's what the back needs to be. So let me put a piece of tape temporarily here so that I have that baseline. And then this needs to go here. And now I know that my halter top needs to go all the way here. And now it looks more like a halter armhole. So I'm going to use this one as my French curve, since I'm fully not equipped with a French curve. Here we go. In the end, I did not need to add paper. On the contrary, I am removing more. I did a fitting and it's looking pretty good. There's 2 finishing touches that I want to do to my pattern. One, the armhole in the front is still not deep enough, so I traced where I want it to be, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut that part following the line that I drew. Put that on my pattern paper, because that's the little bit that I want to take off, that I want to take out. Just trace that. And this is again including seam allowance. Always have to think about that. And now I also need to cut the back panel because the armholes need to meet. So in the back, I like my armhole. I'll also do it this way. In the back, I like my armhole, but it is now too long here. So I'm going to use my same piece to mark how much to remove. I can even use that as a French curve to do something smooth. So this much, but here I just want to rejoin. I'm going to pre-draw it. I want to, in a smooth line, rejoin what I have as fast as I can. Like I don't want to cut too much in the back. So this will be good. And then, last thing, the points in the front. I'm still not a fan of them. The example I'm using has points in the front, so I do want points in the front. That kind of makes the vest, but not as pointy. So I marked that as well on this side. So all I did here is to mark where I want my point to end. I don't want it to be that long. So I'm going to go ahead and refer that. Let's see. I'm removing 3 centimeters of my point. So this piece here, I'm going to measure 3 centimeters. That's a little over an inch here. And I want this to rejoin there. So I'm going to use my standard trick here of using my existing curve. Do a pivot essentially. Use that right there. Rejoin the back. I don't want to change anything in the back. And we'll cut along there. Gonna reproduce this nice little curve we had, except have it go less low. not go as deep in the front. So this will make gentle points. I think this would be more pleasing than the really pointy points. Finally, I think we're ready to cut our fashion fabric. And we'll work on that next time. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a like.